welcome to Behan Code, everyone, with me, Filoni Kanani. And today's episode is going to be slightly different than usual because today I'm not bringing a guest who is, some celebrity or someone that you are going to learn a lot from, but someone who I absolutely love and look up to. Now, today's guest is my friend Tanya Basu, and you're going to actually overhear our conversation about living life alone and acing it. I remember meeting Tanya Basu for the first time in Bombay, India. We worked for the same company. And then on, she has been climbing the ladder one step at a time. And today, at this point, she's in Malaysia, heading the marketing team for Bavik, which is an online grocery delivery app based out of Abu Dhabi, and they are expanding in Malaysia. So Tanya Basu is going to be managing and heading their marketing for Malaysia. So ladies and gentlemen, please get all geared up and happy, and please have a huge round of applause for my very dear friend, Tanya Basu. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Filoni. That
How
was
are
such
you?
a lovely one.
How are you?
I am good. I'm good. Really good.
Thank you for doing this. It is 11 a.m. on a weekend in Malaysia and 8:30
Yes.
a.m. in India, and we are
For you.
filming this on a Saturday morning. So it takes a lot of effort to wake early on a weekend and do this.
Yes, that is
Thank you
true.
so much.
Most welcome, yeah, hello.
Tanya, do you want to take us on your journey from India to Malaysia before we dive into the conversation of how we live alone and why we are discussing this topic?
So, if I have to say, it was everything came like on the moment. Like, okay, I was working with you, then whatever happened, I joined another company, and then I had this dream. Always, I had a dream that, okay, by 22, I need to get out. I want to live alone. I really wanted to live alone. And Asian parenting is something like you have to always, if you're in the city, you have to live with your parents
Especially you
without
being
say.
a single kid, it must have been all the
Yes,
more difficult.
yes. So when I got the opportunity that in 1 month I have to shift to Malaysia, I was like, this is very enticing. And I was 22. So I was like, I want to do this. I really want to do this. I went home. I spoke to my parents. My parents were like, give us some time to think about it. My father was really sad. He was like, I don't want to let you go, but at the same time, I don't want to be the barrier in your career. So
Wow.
he was like, but that 1 month was very difficult for all of us at home. But I got the opportunity. I knew I wanted to do this. I just took it, and I didn't know what the future is. I just came here, and I'm like, जो होगा देखा जाएगा.
Awesome. And how long you've been living on your own now?
4 years.
4 years. Wow. That is amazing. And you're very clearly acing this. And I think very early on, so we used to work in Coupon Dunia together, and Kiran, my then manager, would always call us sisters. I have no idea why. And I'm like,
I
and I
remember
think,
that.
yeah, and I think he noticed this about us, which we didn't at the time, that we are very similar in our interests and in our value systems, right? So I also always had this inclination towards, living alone, moving out, being on my own, having my own house, and all of that. Like I always wanted to be strong, independent woman, right? And finally, now that has happened, but. After moving out, I realized, oh, this is slightly different and
Yeah,
slightly
it
more
is.
difficult than I imagined it to be. So I was like, I clearly need help. Like, it's been like a month and a half that I've been living alone, and I'm still messed up, believe me. Like I used to walk regularly, I used to exercise regularly, I used to eat healthy food, and now it's all off the track. Like I don't get it right. Like there's no one to tell me to do things, and I'm on my own, and I'm like, I'm just working all day, and like there are no boundaries. I'm working at 11 a.m., I'm working at 11 p.m. I don't know what's happening. It's all a mess right now. And I was like, okay, I need help with this situation. So I need to figure out someone who's doing this and who's clearly acing it. So obviously you are the first person that came up to my mind, because I know you, and I know that whatever you do, you kind of like, you're this, I imagine you as an Excel sheet. You organize everything, and 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, you have to do this. This goes into this box, and you clearly like ace it. So I wanted to
Yeah,
have
but
a conversation with you that, boss, how are you doing this? You I think you go to your dance class, then you exercise, and you're clearly leading the marketing team for the company that you're working with. Like, all of this at such a young age, and that too living alone, that requires a lot of discipline and a lot more. So like, I wanted to understand from you. So over to you. You have to really tell me, what do I do? I'm all messed up.
so to be very honest, that first 1.5 month, my life was miserable. You have no idea how bad it was, because coming to a new country, not
Right.
knowing any rules and regulation, not knowing anything, don't know where to stay, don't know how to stay. And the thing is, as a single child, it was like khana used to be on the table.
Right.
Everything was done for you,
Right. Everything
done
was
and
served
given
on
to
a
you.
platter.
Yeah, everything was served on a platter for me. So when I came, I used to literally, I remember at night, I used to call my father every night and I used to cry. And I used to be like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And dad used to tell that the next step is very simple. Either you be there and continue, or you take the next flight and come home. Then you have to live under our roof. And then I'm like, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I guess over a period of time, I started learning how to cook. I
Right.
never cooked in my entire life. I started learning the rules and regulation of this country. Then I started shifting homes, and I decided to, before I had roommates. Now I don't have roommates or housemates. I
Right.
started literally living on my own, because I am so organized, as you said, that I know, okay, morning I need to get up at this time, go somewhere, afternoon I need to do this, evening I have this, and I like to be planned. I
Right.
like to have a planner,
I
plan everything,
know.
and just follow.
I know, and I remember the very first time, like, I was working as a recruiter, and you walked in, and you have this Book My Show diary, and you walked in, and I was like, wow, she's carrying a planner, for an interview. This girl is something. And then I spoke to you. You were very clear in your thoughts, and the way you spoke also was very nice. And then you
Yes.
interviewed for the role, and then I spoke to the hiring manager, and we got you hired. So I saw that and in you very early on. So
But yeah, that is there, but the journey is not bed of roses. It's really, it can be straining. There are times you are very low because you're
right,
alone. There
right.
are times that, especially when you're sick,
Hmm.
that is the worst period, when you're sick and you literally have no one, because at home there is mama.
Right,
Mama is there always to take care of you.
right.
But when there is no one, you feel like, I want to go home.
Wow. I
All
understand.
I want is home at that time. But you recover, you again get back, you start with your day.
So you're on
So
your
there is
own.
that down, there is that up, there is everything. But it is on you how you want to manage. And at the end of the day, to all this is, you need to have a strong head, and you need to be like, I can do it. If you can say that to yourself and move on, you can do whatever you want to do.
That's so true, and I love that. So, Tanya, for someone like me who's just moved out of their parents' house and just started living on their own, and is trying to figure it out, like, how do I do this? What do you have to say? Like, are there like 1 2 3 4, you do this and you're on the track, or tell me something?
There is no 1 2 3 4 on this, to be very
No.
honest. Everyone has different, yeah, everyone has different lifestyle. But plan your day.
Okay.
It will get difficult on day one. It will be very difficult day two. It will be very difficult day three. But give it some time. Give it a week. Give it 2 weeks. They say 21 days or 28 days, right?
Right.
To get a
21 days
habit.
apparently.
Yeah, 21 days to get a habit. So, but you have to say that aaj karna hai. Like today I have to do this. Tomorrow we'll see. But today I have to do it. So you do that, keep on doing, and you'll be like, oh, it is just a cycle. It's just happening. And then when you're feeling lonely or when you're feeling alone, we are in 2020. There is internet, there is phone, there is camera. Just call your parents or call a friend. Talk to them. Nobody has shut their doors for you.
Right.
So just call them, talk to them, have an easy life. Or when I'm really upset or I'm really cranky, I just order a tub of ice cream for myself. I am that person. I love my ice cream and I order a tub of ice cream. But yes, plan your day. At least I'm not saying the plan that I have to eat my breakfast at 9 o'clock, I have to eat my lunch at 11 o'clock. No. I have to achieve these stuff today. That's it.
Right.
As simple as that. Okay, for you it will be like, okay, you have to achieve recording someone, you have to achieve editing someone, you have to achieve some studies that you have to do. Keep that ready. That okay, I need to do these tasks today, and you have to see to it that before you go to sleep, you finish all those tasks. You just tick it off.
Right.
The
So then,
first few days will be horrible.
yeah, they are. It still doesn't get any better. So,
You learn from your mistakes. Then
right.
you realize that, oh, am I doing too many things, or am I not like, okay, I've planned to record 2 videos, but then between the recording, I'm sitting and watching TV,
Right.
or
That's
I'm sitting
so
and
true.
Netflixing.
Yeah, unproductive time.
Yeah, don't. Then you'll realize that, oh shit, this is what I'm doing. I need to cut that time off. I need to shift things further, and by 7 o'clock, I need to be free.
Awesome.
Then over a period of time, you'll get used to things. And I always tell everyone that please put exercise in your planning. Start your day early. I start my day early.
Right.
On a weekday,
That
I
was
start
going
my
to
day
be
like,
my next question. Then, like, how
yeah.
do you get yourself out of the bed every morning? It's so hard.
Maybe I'm used to it. I don't know. Or before when I started working and I used to come here, I used to wake up like 9:30. It was very difficult for me to wake up early because my work used to start like 11:30. So I used to wake up at 9:30. But then over a period of time, I realized that I started putting on weight
Right.
and eating unhealthy. And that was really affecting me as a person. That was affecting my personality. I was not very confident as I was before. Then I'm like, you need to stop this now, or you're gonna walk down the hill. So that's where I decided that okay, whatever it is, I'll start waking up early. So I actually started watching a lot of motivational videos. You have no idea. I every day I used to watch 2-3 motivational videos from random people, and I just watch that, and I'm like, oh, I need to do that, and that pumps you up. I don't know about the rest, but that really pumps me up.
True.
And then I wake up like in the morning. I wake up what 6 o'clock in the morning because I have my class at 6:30.
Right.
So if I wake up at 6 o'clock, I can reach my class at 6:30. Or sometimes my class is at 7:45, but I still wake up at 6 o'clock so that I can finish cleaning my house. Just few things that I can do around,
Right.
and I keep it ready because my work starts in the morning.
Right. So then,
So
how how did you learn to organize your house? So there are days when I'm crying, and the hack that really helps me is that the first thing I do is I kind of organize everything around me, because if it's very cluttered and if it's very messy, I realize that it kind of builds some kind of pressure on me. And I've learned it
yes.
the very hard way that you need to keep things in their own place and keep things organized and not live messed up. So how did you come to that realization?
Um, before before I was living in a small room, right? There was not much to organize. Then I moved to a bigger house. And whenever I used to look at things fallen down, or my clothes are out of the laundry bag, just left around, or a very simple thing, when you wake up in the morning, your bed,
Right.
the very simple thing, the blanket is just crumbled and kept out, the pillows are here and there everywhere. So I used to not like going in that room. So I decided that what I should do is very simple. The first day, just take one day off, maybe Saturday or Sunday, organize the entire house. Then you know the entire week how it's gonna be like. Okay, if you have removed a book from a shelf, you know the exact position of the book. And every morning, just make your bed. Regardless, it just takes 2 minutes to make your bed. It doesn't take 20 minutes of your time to make your bed.
Right.
Just make your bed. You'll be like, oh, I have made my bed. Things are arranged in a proper way. So what happens is, okay, if you have not washed your vessels and you have kept your vessels aside, you're like, something is looking out of the place.
Right.
So you'll be like, okay, I'll just take 5 minutes now. I'll wash the vessels and I'll keep it ready. Then everything looks nice.
Right.
And I like things to be organized. Maybe it also comes from the upbringing of a person, also how things are organized at home. You want to feel homely.
Right.
And now the thing is, the condition is where we are working at home every day.
Very true.
You don't want to live in a mess.
Right.
Even in office, I remember the desk and everything. You remember, we used to clean every day, organize things.
Yes.
Why not at home?
Right.
You can take that 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the morning to organize your desk. So why can't you take a bit more time and organize your home at the end of the day?
Right. Wow. So that's about physical space. How do you manage your mental health when you're living alone, rather?
You need to have, so there are few things, okay? So, of course, there is a thing that I don't have time to think about anything else
Right.
on a weekday. I really have no time because morning wake up, go work out, start my work, I finish late. Then after I finish, I am so tired that I don't have things to think about.
Right.
So what I do is, okay, there are times, as I said, when I am feeling really low, or I don't know what to do, homesick, or I just want to sleep in. There are days. What I do is I just talk to a friend. It makes me feel really good. Or I just take a book and I start reading. And those days are fine. We are not like 100% perfect. No one is 100% perfect. Everyone needs to realize that. But at the same time, you need to have a goal for yourself. Okay, you want to reach somewhere, you need to be mentally strong. You have to do that for yourself.
Right.
But when you're starting off, see, this I learned, okay, over a period of 4 years of living alone. But when you're starting off, it is going to be bad. It's not going to be all bed of roses, as I said before. You'll have your downtime. You will feel that, did I make the right decision? You will feel that, I hope I had a partner with me to help me. You would feel that, why am I not earning so much to hire a maid? You'll feel all these stuff. But that is normal and it's completely fine. I went through that phase. I'm telling you, Filoni, I used to cry every day. I put on weight. I put on like 10 kg in that first year that I was living alone. So then I realized that this is not my lifestyle, Baba. I am wasting it. I am literally wasting it. I need to get back on track. And I got back on track. Now life is like good.
Wow.
I have my timetable. I follow it. Now I live alone, and I love living alone.
Right, exactly.
Don't want anyone.
Yeah, it's liberating.
Yeah.
So when I moved out, I very early on knew that I'm not going to live with a roommate because I don't want to come home and deal with another person because I'm already
Yes.
exhausted, and coming
Yes.
home and you don't know how your roommate again is going to
Yes.
be and all of that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to prefer living alone. So, but then that has its own cons, like you said, you come back home to an empty house and, at times it's so lonely, and you know, you really wish you had a partner, or if nothing, you had a maid, you know, so that you could just be
Yes,
in the bed and you know, just you, you know, hide yourself under the covers and all of that. So, so how do you manage with that time, like especially when you're sick, like you mentioned? So, what do you do in that case?
I also avoid calling my mother when I'm sick
Because you tend to cry.
because no, not that, because she is in another country. I am in another country. She gets worried really fast.
Right.
She gets worried really, really fast. So when I'm sick, what I do is I I try to be my own doctor. Please don't be your own doctor. No, I just sleep in. I know that I am sick because maybe I'm overexhausted myself. I try to sleep in. I try to call one of my friend who is nearby, and touch wood, I really have good friends, and they're always there around. Whenever I need them, my friends are always there. There have been times like I was really, really, really low, and I just had to give a call to my friend, and she was at the doorstep. So I know there are people around. So I'm good. I'm in good and safe hands. So
Awesome.
you can't be like all pride and say that, oh, सब मैं कर सकती हूँ. I can take care of myself 100%. You need people around, and you need the positive, good people around who will
True.
keep the vibe going, you know.
Very true. And how do you squeeze in the element of exercising? Because it's a struggle for me. Like I just like I wake up at 5 even right now. I meditate, I read, but I have not exercised.
So at the start it is difficult, but so you should do whatever you love to do. It can be yoga, it can be just walking, it can be running, it can be swimming. So I love swimming. I love to swim. Thanks to my parents, they had put me in swimming class in school. So I love swimming. And so when I didn't want to run or anything, I just started with swimming. I used to go every day, just go in the pool only, no? So here the benefit is every
Every
condo has its
building
own pool.
has, yeah, pools.
Yeah, so that is the benefit. So I used to just go swimming. And then I started with, okay, gymming. But I cannot do anything on my own. So I started joining CrossFit. And since I have paid for the class, I have to go.
Right,
I
and
was
it's
like, I'm
very
not getting my
expensive.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very expensive. I'm not getting it wasted. And the thing is, when you're in class, they train you and you look at everyone. Everyone is doing it, and I'm not doing it. I don't want to look stupid. I will
right.
do it. So you'll end up doing it. So at times, you just have to put that money somewhere and start doing it.
Right.
And then it becomes just a habit. Now, during this 3 months of lockdown in Malaysia, we didn't get to go to classes.
Right.
But because I'm used to going for classes, I used to just go and run in parking lots.
Oh,
I literally used to do that. Run in parking lots or join online classes and do it
right.
at
I
home.
saw those
But
stories.
yeah, I had to do it every day. Otherwise, I don't know what kind of acid builds in your system, but I used to feel very,
Incomplete. There's something
very,
missing.
something is missing, and my body used to feel that because you're used to doing it,
Right.
and then you just stop. Yeah.
Amazing. And how did cooking help you? Like, what? Why did you have to start cooking? You could just order in healthy options.
It's very expensive to order healthy options, Saloni.
That's true.
It's very expensive.
So then, how did you manage to learn cooking, and what was your thought process like?
So I wanted to eat ghar ka khana. So what I used to do is sometimes I used to just call Mama, please help me, please help me. She used to be on phone, tell me what to put. Then I remember one of my friend that told me long time back, Tanya, cooking is very simple. Put all the masala in the food, something will come out.
Very true.
I I started experimenting on my food. Sometimes it was bad, but then it's okay. When you cook now, even if it is good or bad, you'll eat it.
Awesome.
And then I watched YouTube videos. I download the Tasty app, which has like really good recipe. And I cook, and I always batch make it. So I'm not sitting and cooking every
Right.
day.
I was
That is
about
not
to ask
happening.
you, like, do you
Yeah.
cook every day or?
No. That is godlike creature to cook every day. Only mamas can do it, and I really appreciate her. You have no idea how much I started appreciating my mother after
Yeah.
I moved in on my own. I appreciate everything she does. And when I go back on holiday, I wash my own plate. I keep everything. And I'm like, no. You have done enough for me in this entire lifespan. I
Wow.
can do this much.
That's true. We take a lot of things for granted, even the smallest things.
Yes.
Like when you wake up, your tea and breakfast is served to you versus when you're living alone, you're like, okay, बहन तुम्ही को खुद को बनाना है अपना.
Yeah.
So,
I started appreciating everything so much. You have no idea. Even like food, there were times back home. If I didn't like something, I'll just keep it aside or I'll just throw it. But now I don't like something, I'll keep it, I'll eat it the next day. I will literally finish it. I don't like getting anything wasted. And I think in such a way that, okay, it saves me one more day of cooking or one more day of food, in my plate.
so yeah. And so, when I used to live in Sharjah, I used to have these house rules that I used to abide by. And I think I have to make a list for this house. So, do you have any house rules that you live by?
It's not exactly house rules, but I don't like to entertain my friends on weekdays. I hope they don't watch this. No, the thing is, weekdays is my work day. And sometimes even on weekends, I give my bahana that, oh, I don't want to meet, because I like to be, sometimes you just want to be a couch potato. If you had a long week,
Right.
on Saturday, you don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to go on brunch and all. You just want to be at home. So on weekdays, as much as possible, I avoid my friends to come home. Because I know if they come home, they'll be there for 2-3 hours and mera gaya. Full
Right.
that entire planning has gone and
Right.
that's it. So those are my rules. Very simple rules. I'm not very harsh on anything. I'd like not to have so much rules in life. Already we are rule bound. We are in that system.
That's
So
true.
I don't like to put so much of rules also. But ye hai. That okay.
Awesome. Great. Anything else that you would want to share with me? A noob who's just moved out.
Yes. Take it easy. Really take it easy.
Yeah, there's so much
Don't be,
pressure
yeah.
already.
Yeah, take it easy. It is very difficult. It is not a bed of roses, especially when we come from a family system, Indian family system, where we are always at home. Everything is given to us. So, and we have not gone to boarding school. Okay, I
Right.
would have understood if we would have gone to
Exactly.
boarding school. Then okay, we are equipped with all that.
Right.
But we have not gone to boarding school.
Right.
So, and we are even people who move back to study in US or whatever, even it becomes difficult for them. But everyone starts coping up. There is a time and place for everything. Plan your day as much as you can. Don't put 10 things that you can't achieve. Put few things, but see to it that you can achieve these few things. Because sometimes, you just put a tick mark and you feel so proud that, hey, I did this today. Tomorrow also I can do it. And this becomes, but if you put 10 things that you can't achieve, then it demotivates you at the end of it.
Very true. Wow.
So don't try to, on the day one, try to climb the Himalaya. First take the training. It's like that.
Awesome. That is great advice.
That's
Thank you so much, Tanya, for doing this. This conversation has been amazing. And I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people who have just moved out, to take it easy, to kind of, balance it out and not put too much pressure on themselves and kind of learn along the way.
Yes.
Awesome.
Most welcome, Philo.
Thanks.
Anything for you. And I really, really, really I'm really happy with what you're doing. You're doing an amazing job, to be
Thanks.
very honest. I look up to you. Literally
I look up to you. We are in this mutual admiration society, and now
Yeah.
I get it that why Kiran thought that we are very, similar people. Like he could see it, foresee it. We couldn't. Now we
Yeah, I
clearly do.
know.
So
Now
yeah,
we know what it is.
yeah, that's amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired